And I state that without arrogance. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I am a realist. And as a realist, it would be absolutely unprofessional for me to sit here and pretend I'm not an exceptional human being. Because I am.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is my official post-fight review for O'Shaquie Foster versus Rey Vargas, as they both competed for the vacant WBC Super Featherweight title. And the result of the fight is a wide, unanimous decision victory for O'Shaquie Foster, and for the first time, and the new WBC Super Featherweight champion. And it's been a long, hard, tough, arduous journey. He won this world title the old way, the hard way, the way guys back in the day used to win it, like Buster Drayton and Glenn Johnson and guys like that. So that's why the journey is much more appreciative. It's just sweeter for him, you know. It's cool to see a guy like that get over the hump and become champion. But before we go any further, I want to swing over to Pops. In watching this fight tonight, you had Rey Vargas, 37-0, two-division champion. All the experience in the world, smart fighter, and you know, we saw a guy in there, O'Shaquie, go out there and do his thing. So, what were your thoughts on the fight?
Coming in, I'm a firm believer in experience, but experience always wins the fights. That's why you have to see the fights. So shout out to a very humble Mexican fighter in Vargas. Really like his style, like we did, but I have to call it the way I did. Vargas did get exposed by the way, the style that O'Shaquie was in his. O'Shaquie Foster came in there, brought into the ring, made, in my opinion, Vargas look like a lower level fighter. I was missing with double jabs, you know,
couldn't get that range established, nothing.
So you got to give a lot of credit to Foster, what he did and how he did it with that beautiful up jab and that right, and then throwing it over the right hand, and they came out to play and did a great job. And what I really like about Foster is that he came from the mud. He came all the way from the mud and came right to the top, and he believed in himself enough to do it in front of what we consider every pro
Mexican. I mean, it's a place like the Alamo Dome, San Antonio, Texas. It's a place traditionally that if you're an American fighter, it's very difficult to win. So to win a world title in that atmosphere, in that environment, it says a lot about O'Shaquie Foster. You know, so yeah. But as far as the journey, I mean, I don't think people really understand, and I'm gonna try to make them understand in this video because it's definitely the time to make people understand.
Sure.
Like, this is a guy that, and I know how boxing is because, you know, like I'm involved in it to a point, like as far as like being around it, covering it, and whatnot. So I'm exposed to like how managers are and how fighters who lose get treated. You know, I see a lot of things maybe you guys don't get a chance to see. And, you know, so I know how hard it is for fighters to come back from those types of things when they happen to them. And this is a guy in O'Shaquie Foster, you know, in a 4-fight span, he was 2-2. He lost to Tsunami Samuel Taya on Showbox in November of 2015. And then he lost a close split decision to Rolando Chinilla in July of 2016. So at that point, you know, you're looking at like pretty much your career being in like the dumpster, you know, pretty much. Because he didn't have the big time promoter. He didn't have none of that. So the only way he was going to make anything of his boxing career, what was that phrase from the Al Davis Raiders? Just win, baby.
Yeah.
All he had to do was just win, baby, and that's all he's been doing. Because ever since that loss to Rolando Chinilla, he's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and including tonight 10 straight fights. He had to win 10 fights in a row to become world champion, and it wasn't it was against tough opposition. I mean, look at like. Couple fights ago, he fought Miguel Roman, who was like damn near 80-fight veteran. You know, the fight before that, he fought Alberto Mercado, which was my introduction to him in not Alberto Mercado, Miguel Roman. That fight, the Roman fight, was my introduction to O'Shaquie because that was a Ring City USA fight, and I followed him since then. But like, you know, even before that, just even 2 years before I found out who he was, he fought John Fernandez, the hard-hitting Spanish fighter who many people may remember fought Michel Rivera and dropped him. He dropped Michel Rivera.
Wow.
O'Shaquie fought him before Michelle, and O'Shaquie fought him when John Fernandez was 16-0 undefeated. So this dude has had to fight. Maybe those names I'm telling you guys aren't the sexiest. Maybe they don't ring the most bells. But those are like a lot of those guys he had to fight to get to where he's at were higher risk, low reward guys that people aren't necessarily jumping up to fight. And you find these guys with the understanding that you are a guy who's back. You have 2 losses, no major backing. You have to get it done. And he's got it done under those circumstances, and now he is the world champion. It's crazy, right? There were a lot of fighters in this weight class in the last couple of years that O'Shaquie wanted the opportunity to fight. Guys like Chris Colbert, even a guy like Shakur Stevenson. These guys, they kind of downplayed him, especially Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert said, I don't even know who this guy is. And now look how the tables turn. Now Chris Colbert, he's in a life and death situation where he got to beat Raul Valenzuela on the Benavidez card, and now O'Shaquie got the belt. He the champ. So
look up to him now.
So it's this really when I see guys like this break through and win a world title, this is like one of those reminders because I'm around the sport a lot, and because I'm around it, I tell you about what goes on and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you get exposed to a lot of bullshit, and it can kind of make you sour towards the sport sometimes. But then you get a guy like this, who's likable, who came to fight, who will do what it takes to win, and he breaks through and he wins the world title. You're like, damn, this sport can be great. It's a feel good story. So congrats to him. 130 is a very interesting weight class now because when you look at the division, O'Shaquie has a WBC belt. You got Hector Luis Garcia with the WBA. You got Shavkat Rakhmonov with the IBF, and you got Emmanuel Navarrete who just captured the WBO. So there's a lot of good fights to be made between the champions. Now, Rakhmonov's got a fight coming up against Joe Cordina. We'll see what happens with that. That champion can change. Hector Luis Garcia, I think either A, he fights O'Shaquie unification fight, or B, he has to fight like Lamont Roach or Otar Aronofsky, especially Otar, because Otar wants that smoke. Yeah. So that'd be a good fight for him. And then Emmanuel Navarrete, I don't know what Top Rank has in store for him, but I would anticipate probably like an Oscar Valdez fight. That's probably the marketable. Yeah. So we'll see. But I think out of the champions, the probably most likely scenario for O'Shaquie Foster, I think would probably be like a unification fight with Hector Luis Garcia. Mm-hmm. And if not that, I could see that if you just go down the rankings, you got I see Leo Santa Cruz ranked down there at number 6. Mm-hmm. I could see Leo Santa Cruz and O'Shaquie Foster being a fight that the networks pick up because Leo Santa Cruz is a big name and things like that. But it's his night. God bless him, man. It's a great to see, and I wish him the best as he continues to move forward in his boxing journey because he fought a hell of a fight tonight and he's overcame a lot. And in life's not about when I get knocked down. It's about how you overcome adversity, and he's overcame an immense amount of adversity in his career, in his life. So God bless O'Shaquie Foster. Shout out to H-Town. Shout out to Houston. I believe it's West Orange, Tech or something like that. You guys got a new champion now, so enjoy him. Make sure you guys, if he fights in your hometown, please support the man, support the brother. Make sure you go buy tickets, do all that stuff because this guy, I don't say this for a lot of fighters, but this guy deserves your support all the way. So
shout out to him.
Any closing thoughts?
No, it was a great fight. Happy birthday to you again, and what a great
yes. Oh, last thing, and I'll end the video because there were two fights on the undercard. Lenier Pero, the Cuban heavyweight, he's on the rise right now. He's a Bob Santos fighter. He was in action tonight, and he did take on Victor Faust, and this was the first time I've seen Victor Faust since that great fight with Iago Kaladze last year down here in South Florida. And it was a fight where I thought it was kind of close. But Lenier Pero, he dug a nice little body shot, came up top with a straight left hand, and Victor Faust didn't like it. He turned his back and got absolutely pieced up. So Pero wins this fight, and quiet as kept. This guy is moving very silently through the rankings in the heavyweight division. He's right now number 6. Coming into tonight, he was number 6 in the WBA. He's not ranked in the WBO. He's not ranked in the IBF. But he's ranked number 6 in the WBA. So I'm just saying, you may be seeing Lenier Pero fighting the guys like Bakoli or Dubois or Arslan Makhmoudov. That he might see that soon. So look out for him. And then your favorite fighter, Mario Barrios. Yeah, he got back in the win column for the first time in a couple of years as he defeated Puerto Rican tough, gatekeeper Giovanni Santiago, and he stopped him at 8 rounds. Looked very, very more composed, had a bit more purpose to his attack. It wasn't just like being an Azteca warrior. He actually used that long range frame of his to box a much more intelligent fight, and he wanted to get the stoppage in the 8th round. So he won this fight. He says he wants to prove himself to the world. He's not here to talk and call guys out. He wants to prove himself with the elite. So personally, for me, I named the 3 fights I like to see for him. One of the next 3 fights I like to see for him would be like the Rashidi Ellis Romain Villa rematch winner if those 2 fight. So either one of them 2 will be good. Pistol Pete Dobson, Harold Calderon, or Michael McKinson. I think any one of them four would suffice. But on that note, guys, look, we've had a long day today. I really enjoyed my birthday. I've been celebrating for like a week. Yeah, stay tuned for more content on the channel. Make sure you guys give me your thoughts on O'Shaquie Foster down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dayton. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.